Hey, what's up everybody? So continuing off of the previous video where we talked about screen sharing, specific windows, presentations, web browsers, now we're going to look at the whiteboard feature. So how to get there is very similar to screen sharing, but then that allows us to open a blank canvas that we can draw on top of. We can write text, we can annotate it in a few different ways. So it's very helpful to share quick notes with the rest of the users in your session. So I'm going to go ahead and start a new Zoom session. Get that loaded up. And so now we're at the window that you would see if you're a host. So if we go down to share screen and open that up, we're going to get an option for whiteboard. So as you should notice, these are all the windows that are currently open on my computer. And I want to make sure that whiteboard is selected. We don't want to turn these on because we're not really dealing with audio or video, so we don't need to kind of adapt this for playing anything. We're just kind of drawing on top of a whiteboard. So I'm going to go ahead and share that and move this over. Now you want to make sure that if at any point you're moving a window from one screen to another or you're resizing it, you want to make sure that you're sharing. So right now the sharing is paused. I'm going to go ahead and resume that so that now I know that any users in this session are currently looking at this whiteboard. You'll also notice this annotation toolbar that comes up if you're screen sharing another window. So we're going to kind of move this around. I'm going to move this out of the way so that we have a clean whiteboard. I made a little drawing here by accident, so I'm going to erase that. So a couple things you can do. If I want to add text, I can do that here. I can resize this to a few different sizes. I can go ahead and draw using a few different presets. So if you see a shape that is not filled in, so this is just going to be a border, so you'll get basic shape with the little dots inside. That means that it's shaded, so that if you're highlighting something underneath, it should still show up, and this would be a solid shape. So there's a few different ways you can draw specific shapes. The stamps feature, there's 6 preset stamps. You can call attention with an arrow, check mark, X mark, star, heart, question mark, and these basically show up. Very easy to kind of quickly call attention to a specific part of your drawing. The spotlight feature, again, we talked about this a little bit in the screen share video. This just draws attention to a specific part of your drawing, so the equivalent of using a laser pointer on your canvas. Eraser, this is just if I want to get rid of certain things that I've drawn. Formatting for any shapes, lines, drawing aspects of the whiteboard. This just kind of changes the color, thickness. If you're adding text, you can adjust it, bold, italic, change the size of it, etc. So there's some functionality in terms of customizing what you're drawing or writing on the whiteboard. And again, similar to screen sharing, if I've made annotations or drawings or written down text that's important, I can go ahead and save that. And if I click this toggle down button, I can choose to save it as a PNG, which is an image file, or I can save it as a PDF. And then that would show up in wherever you have settings saved for Zoom images. That's it for whiteboards. Again, the start to get here is very similar to sharing a screen. But once you get here, you also get the same Annotations menu, which allows you to draw, add text, spotlight a particular part of your whiteboard, and use this as an instructional tool, whether it's a whiteboard or you're drawing on top of another screen. So that's it for whiteboards. Hope that's helpful, and definitely drop a comment in if you have questions or just have any thoughts on it. Thank you.